Hello, hi. Hello. So, welcome back. I am here because we're going to do some more tarot readings. I'm really excited about this. Um, I just want to go over a few things first. For those of you who are tuning in, I am going to be doing one question free. So, that can be any question, but except for legal questions, medical questions. These are questions I do not answer. I'm not qualified to answer that. And I have a very strong code of ethics. So don't ask me about your cancer or about a legal case. I'm not qualified to answer those things, no matter how psychic I am. I also advise against asking really blunt yes or no questions because they're not going to get you maybe the answers that you want necessarily. Like, yes or no doesn't necessarily answer, things to the best that they can be. Like, yeah. Also, I refuse the right to answer any questions. I know a lot of people have these really like specific scenarios that they like and that they want help with, but there are certain things that I'm like, if this is too complicated or too heavy for this live, I will advise a different method of reading it, or, you know, this is probably not the best time. So that is my, intro. I hope that you guys are doing well. Welcome. I am definitely going to be doing these more often. So don't worry about, if you miss this or if you are watching this after it's, aired. This is going to be yours. You're going to be able to join in another time, but hopefully you'll be here. I am a little bit I'm recovering from a sore throat, so I have my energy back, but my throat really hurts, so I'm going to try to not make this too long. But yeah, I'm really excited. So, what else? I hope you guys had a great Samhain. I certainly did. I definitely had a lot of nature's candy. That's like blueberries and dates and whatever fruit I can find because I love fruit. So that's my candy. Um, but I also spent a lot of time in nature, did some rituals in nature, which was really nice. So I hope you guys had a good time. Hello, Andrea. Welcome. Hello. Ooh, I'm going to the doctor's on Wednesday with a bump on my hand. Anything serious? So I don't answer medical questions. That is not something that I do. I don't answer those. No medical questions or legal questions or financial questions. Sorry. But I wish you the best with that. What does my spirit guides need me to know about my surroundings? Ooh, about your surroundings. Okay, let's see. It's interesting because I feel like this is a time for you to really open up your truest self. I feel like people need to see who you are. You've maybe been walling yourself off or hiding yourself from the world a little bit. I don't know if you've been staying inside a lot. It just feels like you're not being authentic to your own energy. And I feel like a lot of things are being projected onto you that aren't you in your surroundings. So this can be the people in your life, the things in your life. It feels like you need to let down those walls, take off the mask, and really show people who you are on the inside, because I feel like you haven't been fully authentic to yourself. And I feel like this is going to be a really exciting period for you. I see some traveling. I actually feel like this is kind of like your journey, your ordeal through life. I see an adventure. Yeah, it's exciting. I feel like there has been a lot of like victim blaming in a way. I'm seeing you feeling like the victim, but I feel like that's going to reverse for you. I see that changing. I see you changing kind of the narrative in your life, the role you're playing in your life, and feeling more empowered, feeling like no one's pointing fingers anymore. Yeah, I just feel like this is a really exciting time of change for you, and there's a process that you're going through. It's kind of like you're shedding your skin. It's like you're shedding your shell, you know? I don't know. It's like a very embrace who you are energy. Does that make sense? Yeah. Well, this is showing me there's a strong energy of moving forward. I feel like this is the time where you're going to, I see you moving and traveling. So this could definitely mean you changing your homes as well. But I feel like you also have been trying to keep up a front for these people in your life. And it's really time for you to let those walls down and really just show them what you're actually feeling. Express yourself truly, because I feel like you maybe haven't been able to do that, you know? But this is definitely a time of like where you're on your journey. You're like a nomad, you know? I don't feel like you have this grounded energy anyway. So I would advise you to roll with that, you know? Own that, because this is the time for you to change and like really experience things and take this energy. And I'm not saying you should just, it's clear that you're going through a really difficult time, but I feel like this is also a time of leveling up and changing and letting down those walls. Yeah. Yeah. It's like you're not welcome, so it's time to push forward. It doesn't feel like that situation is permanent to me at all. It feels very like intense, but it's like you're floating. You're not actually grounded. And I don't think you should plant your roots there, you know? I feel like this is not the time to do that. When I get this card, the Pilgrim, it's like a pilgrimage. You're not in a place where you're actually have settled down yet. You're in a place where you're in kind of this limbo, but you're meant to be doing that, you know? And I feel like with your daughter, I mean, that makes complete sense that you're these people around you aren't seeing who you truly are, and it's like you need to tell them. You need to show them. You need to say, "This is who I am. This is what I'm going to do." And go for it. There's a lot of pointing fingers, a lot of scapegoating, a lot of fear, but it's like, how can you open that door? How can you let yourself free? Because I feel like you're very, you're in this energy of like, where do I go? What do I do next? We rent the room in the garage and buy our own groceries. Yeah, this is not going to be a permanent situation, you know that, but this is a time where it's going to change. I feel like you need to harness these changing tides because only you can do that. I feel like things are looking up for you though. Yeah, it sounds like this person is dealing with a lot of projecting onto you, and it's just like you have to remain true to yourself in the situation. I feel like this is something that's just going to have to pass. You're going to have to go through it to get, over it. Yeah, it's a difficult time, but you're going to get through it. I see this working out for you, and I feel like this is the time where you need to really just march on. Yeah. I got the chupacabra reversed, and when this card comes up, it indicates someone who has been like pointing fingers, kind of making you feel like you're the villain or you're the bad guy, but you're not. And I feel like this is just the time for you to really kind of like let go of all those fears because that's not coming from you. You're not guilty in this situation. There's a lot of shame going on, especially when it comes to your daughter, but I just don't see it being this like permanent thing. You're not doomed. This person is projecting a lot of her energy onto you. Yeah, and I can sense, like you're clearly very sensitive. It's probably very amplified for you. But you can't hide yourself, under that. It's easy to kind of like want to protect yourself and obviously protect your daughter. But, this is the time where you're actually about to like reveal your true colors, reveal who you are and not what these people are projecting onto you, you know? Oh, well, I mean, that would be a separate question. I can't really answer that right now. If you want to, I can answer that, but that's the first question is free. But yeah, I think that this is a really important time for you to like evaluate everything and just, you know, it's clear that this dark energy she's projecting onto you is really like tainting your journey, you know? Okay. I feel like this is something that you need to definitely reflect on, but yeah. Okay, I'm going to move forward. I'm just taking whoever is I see next. I'm going to whoever's, pops out at me, I will. Um it's clear that your daughter has also very like I feel like she's very sensitive as well spiritually. So it makes sense that she's feeling these dreams, that she's having them. Um but yeah, okay. I hope that was helpful and kind of revealing some things for you. Hi, Akuna Matata and Earth Angel. I love that song. I'm gonna break out in singing if you guys aren't careful because I love The Lion King. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Let's see. So Hakuna Matata. I don't know how to say his name, but I'm just going to read it and answer the question. What are the current feelings for Mega? You guys are also welcome to book a reading with me if you want to dive deeper into your situation. Today we're doing one question for free. If you want to add more questions, you can always pay $10 and I will answer up to 4 more questions. So that's my spiel just ahead of time. But I also offer personal readings on my website, zoethepsychic.com. So, all right. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a lack of trust for some reason. I feel like there's a distrust in what this person is seeing, and it's almost like you're not capable of trusting the information you're getting about this person, or at least what Mega is getting about this person. Yeah, let me look further. I feel like it's almost like there was an attempt to make things work or for things to launch, but I feel like it just wasn't the right time. Timing is everything here, divine timing. I'm seeing that this is going to really play a part in, you know, yeah, I feel like it just wasn't the right time. And I feel like you can't really trust them now, no matter what. There's this it's almost like you see them for who they are to a point where it's hard to go back on that, to create a fantasy. You know how we see love through rose tinted goggles? Ah, hang on. Sorry. Ah. Um, Let me drink more water because my throat hurts so bad. Okay. Okay. There's this desire to want to, you kind of see the reality. I feel like the situation has kind of cracked. You're seeing the flaws in this person. You're seeing them for who they are. And I feel like you know that this person is not someone you can trust. There is like timing issue. I feel like if you had met at a different time, it may be have been different. It may have worked out differently. But for now, I just see that this is not something that is like changing. I feel like this person, maybe at a different point in their life, they would have had space for you in their heart, but I don't feel like they do now. I see them feeling like kind of indifferent about you. It feels like I see them very isolated. I don't see them like losing their I don't see them being with someone else. I feel like they're really just like isolated. Like they don't really know what they're doing with their life. And I feel like this is just on their end. This is their thing. There's nothing you did. It feels more like this is a stagnation in their life and they're not capable of really being there for you or giving you what you need in this moment. So, yeah, it does come down to timing and where they're at in life. And obviously, I feel like this is kind of created where you know too much. It's almost like you can see who they are, you see their true colors. And I feel just this distrust coming from the situation. And I feel like all you have to hold on to are memories. Yeah, I feel like that was just it was passing. I don't see that being how he is now. It's like I feel like his emotions are kind of just like neutral in the situation. And perhaps at a different time in life it could have been different, but that, isn't helpful, right? That's not going to help you in this situation. I feel like it's not that you guys would never have been able to be together. It's more that it was just a timing. This person was like not ready for you. I feel like you have so much to offer. And I just feel like this person just, right now I see them kind of in this childish place. It's like they're immature. And I also feel like they have a lot of responsibilities that they don't know how to own up to. They don't know how to get to them. Like they don't know how to take care of all these things in their life. And so they don't have space for you. Like it's just the way it is. You know, I wish I could give you better news, but that's just the way it is. I see this just the timing wasn't right. The timing wasn't right. The distrust. It's almost like you know too much now anyway. If they came back into your life, how could you trust them? Yeah. Just so you know, guys, if you spam the same question over and over again, like I can't guarantee you I'm going to get to you. It doesn't make a difference. It's whatever I see, when I stop a reading. So I will ban people who do that too much. You're welcome. I am sorry that this is, maybe not what you wanted to hear, but at the same time, I feel like it might give you some closure because when someone ghosts you like that, you just don't know. You have no idea. And it's easy to get in your head and overthink and feel things so much. And then you're like, yeah. But just so you know, this is definitely not on you. This is on them. Yeah. Okay. Who is next? You guys are welcome to book a reading with me as well on my website, zoethepsychic.com. If you want to look deeper into your situation. Hakuna Matata, right? Okay. Who is next? So we have Samira. Oh, M. Okay, I can see what I see here. Hi, gift of love. I'm going to answer Samira's question. Are you still there, Samira? I want to make sure before I answer. Okay. That's okay. It's just a lot. Okay. All right. Okay, so I feel like this is definitely not, it's like I don't see this happening anytime soon. I feel like this person is dragging their feet. It's almost like they don't want to pick up the phone or they don't want to reach out to you. Let me see what else the cards have to say. But I do feel like they're very attracted to you. Like they can't stop thinking about like your physical body. I feel like they can't stop thinking about you like in that way. They're still very drawn to you, very attracted to you. And it's almost like they're having like this inner battle with themselves, whether they're going to pick up the phone or not, you know? And I feel like it's really important for them to kind of figure out what they want here, obviously. Interesting. I feel like this person is really drawn to your looks. There's such a like a physical energy coming through. Like they want you in a way that but they can't have you. It's interesting. It's almost like they're attracted to your appearance more so than other things. I'm seeing a lot of miscommunication, like is it arguing? It could be like misunderstandings, like butting heads over things. With the 5 of Wands, there's just this communication barrier where you're hearing one thing and things are, not making sense. It feels like there's like things are going in one ear, out the other, and then he's hearing the wrong thing. It feels very complicated, but there's a very strong attraction. Like it's crazy. It's so hard to forget you, like this person can't move on from you. I feel like they haven't met anyone like that they have been so attracted to before. But I also feel like their emotions, like deep emotions, like love, these things are kind of shallow. I see them being very, very limited. I feel like this person is kind of indifferent, like emotional detachment here. I'm seeing a lot of emotional detachment. So it's like, how can they be invested with their emotions if they are so detached emotionally? You know, I also feel like this person, like, it's very surface level in the sense that this person feels very attracted to you, but when it comes to like going further than that, like actual relationship stuff, it feels, I'm sensing frustration is what I'm getting. I feel frustrated just looking at the cards because it feels like they're not fully able to meet you where you are emotionally. So that's what I would say, like, is what I'm seeing about this situation. Um, but yeah, it's a very interesting because I don't tend to see it like this. When I get no contact situations, it's very like what you see is what you get. Yeah. But yeah, the attraction is there. It's just the rest of it feels like such a mind a mess, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. I'm gonna just see if I can. Okay. I do feel like there is a sense of like karma. Karma is coming to this person. I feel like they haven't been, doing right by you. And so I do feel like the universe is catching up to them now. So that's something that you can expect. You know, I feel like your heart has been through a lot. It's been trampled over by this person. And honestly, I feel like you really deserve to be treated better. I'm just seeing this person who's kind of just like a floating, he's like a drifter almost like, how do I explain this? This person doesn't necessarily have a lot of plans for the future. They're kind of just like figuring it out. But that's not enough, right? Like this person has to be able to be a partner for you. And I don't see that happening. This person doesn't take you as seriously as you need to be taken seriously. I feel like you in your life right now, you're ready. You're ready for this. You're ready for a real relationship, for someone to treat you well. And you don't want someone to just take you for your looks or it has to be deeper. So don't let this person play mind games with you. This is a really big deal. I feel like this is a turning point in your life and karma is coming, and karma is good or bad, right? So I feel like what you do in this situation will dictate what happens in your future. So focus on self-love. Focus on building yourself back up and not letting anyone get in your head like this. This feels very it's almost like demeaning towards you because I feel like you have put in a lot of effort. Like there's a sense of like your energy towards this person. Oh my gosh, it feels like you have, don't waste any more of your like energy on this person who is causing you so much friction. So that's what I'm seeing. Yeah. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you want to dive deeper about, navigating the situation, you're always welcome to book a reading with me. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad this was helpful. Okay. So next. Thank you so much, Samira. All right. Chrislyn. Hi. Will I and Leoncio have a strong relationship? I love questions like this. Okay. Okay. Interesting. I feel like this is going to be, it might start off strong, but I feel like there's a lot of like one-sidedness over time. So this doesn't mean you can't work on things or fix it, but I feel like the way it's going is that it's going to feel like there are moments where you just have to be selfish, where you just have to kind of do your own thing because this person won't always be there. And I feel like this person has a tendency to say things and I feel like they're not going to be able to fully take them back. It's like they might say things that are hurtful towards you, but I feel like they're not very good at for some reason I feel like their communication style is very different. It's definitely not what you're used to. Yeah, I definitely feel like this person has a lot of shadow work that they must do on themselves. Yeah. I just feel like there's this need to be selfish, this need to, seize the moment, to take what is yours, and it doesn't feel like a partnership, you know? And this person is like, I wish I could take back what I said. I just feel that. Like this person has this regret of what they said to you. This is just coming through. I also feel like this person, there are things they just don't tell you. I'm seeing like, I don't see them lying to you, like lying to your face or something like that, but it feels more like they just don't communicate with you fully, And I think that that is so important, is that you need to have someone who's so upfront and just like trustworthy with you, like someone who you can fully feel like you're on the same page. I feel like there's a lot of anxiety that this person has caused you. Like I literally see you feeling like you're kind of like you don't know what to do, like you are in this headspace of I feel anxious. I feel like my mind is, you can't trust your own thoughts about this person. And I also feel like for some reason I'm getting that this person may have caused you to kind of go against what you like your family. I see them being someone who kind of caused you to rebel. It's almost like you went against your own values to be with this person. Um, and I feel like you have so much power, but I just feel like it feels like you don't. It feels like you've given it away. So I just feel like you need to harness that. You have all these tools at your disposal in your life, and it's really going to be about figuring out where you stand. What is the you in this situation? Because I feel like your role in the relationship is muddled. Like they have some pretty weird ideas about relationships. I'm seeing them maybe thinking of you a certain, like how relationships are supposed to look, like how they're supposed to be. And I think we're taught by society they have to look a certain way, or if people like the woman or the man has to act a certain way. I'm getting that your roles may be not out of whack, but it feels like you can't really define them. It's interesting. Does this make sense to you? Hi, Ari. Does it make sense, Chrislyn? It just feels like, yeah, but it feels like this is already kind of this is the way I see things headed, This is the way things are, the path ahead. Um, and I can definitely look into like what you can do about the situation or how you can further it, but that's, you know, for this question, that's what I'm, answering. So, yeah. I feel for you though. I think that this is like a scary time because it's just so new. So you're not in this position to really judge. It's not like you have a lot of history to go off of with this person. So I feel you. I feel for you here. But remember, the best thing you can do is stay true to yourself in the situation. Be selfish. Don't give all of it away to this person. They have to earn it. They have to earn what you give. Like you can't be the only one giving, and putting in an effort. You have to take care of your own needs and take care of your own pleasure, you know? Because you can work through these things, but you just have to make sure that you are honoring your own needs, your own desires, first and foremost. Okay. Welcome, welcome. Okay, Earth Angel, I see you. You still there? Good luck with this, Chrislyn. And if you want to book a reading with me, you're welcome to. Okay. All right, so Will I get my mental breakthrough before the end of the year? Ooh, I love this question. I feel like I don't see you getting the breakthrough that you're thinking of before the end of the year. But I do see a lot of like opportunities coming through for you. I feel like instead of you waiting and waiting, I feel like this is the time to really shoot your shot. And I do feel like when it comes to your like career and I feel like your journey, I just see you kind of you might hit like I feel like you're trying. There's a lot of like trying, a lot of trial and error going on. As far as the energy, I just feel like you're gonna have to shoot your shot a lot to hit the mark. Does that make sense? I feel like you have to be patient, and this has just been really difficult for you. Um, so yeah, I don't see you getting that sudden epiphany or breakthrough that you want, but I do feel like this is a time where you're going to get like a lot of like opportunities to try to do what you want. I know that sounds very vague. Let me see if I can go a little deeper into that. But does this make sense so far? I just want to make sure that I'm, getting through for you. Okay. I actually feel like, do you sing? Because I feel like there's a very strong energy of like through music. I feel like you're going to be able to get your mental breakthrough through music. And I don't see it happening by the end of the year, I definitely see it happening early next year. And that doesn't mean you're not going to have like moments where you're like, oh my God, I figured it out. But I just feel like you're going to have a major breakthrough next year. And it's actually going to like change the trajectory of your entire life. Like, I feel like you're whatever you've been floundering, whatever dead end you hit, it's all gonna go away. You're going to be on a different path completely than you thought. But yeah, I would listen to music because I feel like that's going to trigger the energy. There's something about that. I also feel like there's a lot of like I don't know if you're a writer, but I'm getting an energy of you needing to write stuff down or write a book or there's a story that you have and I feel like you have to tell it. You have to write it down or speak it. It's interesting. Um, but it's almost like this is like your experimentation phase. I feel like this is the time where you're supposed to mess up, so that you can get that epiphany later. Okay? Okay. Okay. Let's see. Ari, the Aries princess. Does my future spouse meet my ideal height standards? And are they taller or shorter? Can't be too much shorter. Okay. Okay. Let us see. I feel like they would be more like 6'1" or 6'2". I feel like they're not going to be that tall, but they're going to be in like the 6 foot area. Um, yeah, I don't feel like they're going to be like as tall as you want, but they're not going to be like, I mean, like super short, you know. So I feel like maybe like 6 foot in that area. I just don't. I see them being tall, just not that tall. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, it also 6'4", 6'5", that is really tall. I mean, but yeah, I definitely see this person being a tall person. And obviously, you have some say over who you date. But I do see the person that is like your soulmate coming in and being like 6 foot something. Yeah. Actually, it would just, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just see this person coming in and actually being the, you know, 6 foot person you want. So it's a good thing. I do feel like this person will have like like a lot of energy. I feel like they're a very creative person. I actually see them, having like the ability to, I don't know, it's not dance, but I see them having some kind of like a very strong energy. It's interesting. Hi, Orangest Rose. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Deadhead. Okay, let's go. Um, well, I am doing so as far as questions go, I'm going whenever they are asked when I'm done reading someone. So I will pick whoever pops up out at me. Let me look at your question. Connect mobile video solutions. This is what I wrote. Hi, I've discovered a man I like named Tyrone. Is he the husband to be? Ooh, this is a fun one. I do see him being, I see you having a family with this person. I actually do. I feel like this person is someone to celebrate with. I actually see you having a family. I see marriage. It was a straight up yes. Like, that's crazy. This is very powerful coming through. I do think that family is going to be like become crucial. I'm seeing that being a major theme with this person. Not just making a family or having a family with this person. Well, I feel like this is this person could definitely be that person for you. So yeah. This is also telling me that it may not have to be up to them to pursue you. I feel like you might actually benefit from pursuing each other. But this person is very resourceful, and I actually feel like they may not always be difficult, like easy to read. Sorry. So I think that it's really important for you to get to know their energy, because over time I actually see them going the distance for you. King of Cups. Yeah. Soulmate energy. This person will hold your heart. Wow. Well, this is what I'm seeing. This is what the cards are telling me. I feel like this is going to be a really important time of recognition. Yeah. I definitely see a family involved. Yeah, I mean, good for you. I'm happy for you. I feel every single card that I'm putting out here is just confirming this. I just see the Ace of Cups, the beginning of this beautiful romance that we have, the Six of Wands, being uplifted, victory, winning, like having this ability to go the extra mile with this person. It also can indicate being in a situation of fame, of recognition. But I feel like, with the King of Cups, this person is like very in tune with their emotions when it comes to you. So yeah, you asked me about the future. This is what the cards are saying. Remember, the future's not set in stone, but this is the path the cards are showing me. So we are rolling with it. I love this. I'm very excited for you. I hope you give me an update and let me know, how it goes. Yeah, it is hopeful. I'm hoping for you as well. I mean, this person is meant to be your future soulmate. So I have no doubt about that, you know? Yeah, I do offer readings on my website, zoethepsychic.com. So you're always welcome to book with me on there. Um, and yeah, I definitely, I'm rooting for you, you know? I think, it's always important to remember that relationships take two to tango, but this is definitely someone that's your soulmate. Like you're meant to be with them. So I think it's really important. Okay, I'm gonna move on. But thank you so much. Yeah, I'm excited. This reading felt uplifting to me. Who is my soulmate? Who is my soul life partner? On my website, it's also in the description. It's zoethepsychic.com. It's my name.com, like Zoe the Psychic. Okay. All right. Who is my soul life partner? Okay. I am actually getting that this person they have like an old soul energy. I'm seeing that they are definitely someone who is kind of like, they have these very traditional values. They're very masculine, seeing a very strong masculine energy. And I feel like they're somebody that may be a little stoic, but they're very protective of you. I feel like they have a very protective kind of, they have the ability to hold space for you. It's interesting. It's coming through. I actually feel like this person does things that are very traditionally like masculine. I could see them actually like wearing plaid, or I actually feel like they're the kind of person that would make a great father figure. Let me look at the cards a little bit further. Okay, I actually feel like this person is someone you know. And I can see them being really good friends with you, actually. I feel like this person is part of your friend group or part of your entourage. I definitely feel like this person is someone that is a leader, a natural leader. And I also feel that this person just has like a very good, I don't know, his moral values are very intense, but I also feel like he's the kind of person that everyone goes to for advice, to the point where he feels like he has to kind of take time to himself. So I feel like he's kind of like that, where people look up to him a lot. This person is like a leader. This also could be somebody that you work with. Interesting. But in a leadership position, they could be in a similar like field as you. Yeah, let me check. Okay, I'm actually getting, I could see Virgo as far as earth signs go. But I also see Aquarius. I'm getting a lot of Aquarius vibes actually. Yeah, I see this person being someone who's very like grounding, a very grounding energy. This is definitely someone who's either a Virgo or an Aquarius. This could be sun, moon, or rising sign. I don't just dabble in sun sign astrology, so um yeah. And as far as like the build goes, I feel like he looks very masculine. Like I said, he probably wears plaid. I don't know why I'm seeing that, but I'm seeing that. And I also feel like he has very like broad shoulders. like traditionally masculine person. This person as I feel like they exercise. I feel like they're not the kind of person that um is necessarily very skinny, but I do feel like they're fit. I see muscles is when this is coming through for me. But I do feel like this person really demands respect. There's a lot of like respect, dignity. Like this isn't just somebody who's like going to be immature. I see them being someone who really wants to hold a family or someone who really wants to be serious, is what I'm seeing. Like someone who is very protective and caring. Yeah, and very committed. So I feel like this is a really good thing. Yeah. I definitely see that this could be someone who I'm getting a lot of like work energy or sixth house vibes. Like this person is very competent. There's a lot of like career energy around him. So this person could be like a very hard worker. And I feel like they can be very stubborn about certain things. Like I feel like they will really need their alone time. So as far as, traits go, that's what I'm seeing. But yeah, this person is definitely going to be the one to like I see them sacrificing something for you, like a part of their life for you in order to fit in with you, which is interesting. Yeah. So I hope this helps. Yeah, it sounds like a keeper. This person just has a really like they're very mature. I just see them being like very this old soul, very like loving person, but also someone who's very protective and caring. That might be it, but maybe I know you probably can't see their birth chart, but they might have Aquarius or Virgo in those places. So it's exciting. Yeah, definitely earthy vibes. I could definitely see it being Capricorn energy. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you, Jackie. All right. Let's see who else. Megan Reedy. Hi. Can you please give me advice for the next month or chapter ahead? Yes. 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 Welcome back, baby angel. Thank you, Jackie. Okay. Megan Reedy. Okay. Okay. I feel like this is the time where you're really finding stability in your life. There is this feeling like you can finally build off of something. I feel like if you've been floundering for a while and it's time to actually build this foundation so you can finally have the things you want. I feel like a lot of the stuff you've had to put off because of instability in your life or lack of support. Like support is really evident here. There's a lot of support coming through from other people. I feel like there's maybe from your community in general. I'm seeing people reaching out and actually wanting to help you so you can actually stand on your feet and feel grounded. I feel like this comes after a time of just feeling like your world has been, like you've had to be very careful not to set things off. It feels like things were not kind of like you're the tower of the leaning tower of Pise. I just feel like you were not fully there, and now is the time where you're actually going to create solid foundations for relationships. I see you meeting a really important friend. This person is someone who I actually feel like this could be like through volunteer work. I don't know if you're a volunteer, but this feels like this is someone you meet through doing things that are out in society, like out in the community. I don't know. It feels like you're actually active and participating. So I feel like you're going to meet your tribe. This is the time where you're going to meet a really good friend. This person has also been looking for a friend, and I feel like they're kind of there to save the day, you know? And I think that this is going to be also a really powerful time of change. I see a lot of things ending in your life, these transitions happening, but you are going to be able to step up and take on a new like level in life. It feels very like the things you've had to sacrifice to get to where you are today, it's all going to pay off. So this is really positive. And I also feel like somebody is coming to the rescue for you, but you're also realizing that you don't need other people to rescue you, which is really exciting. Yeah. Yeah. Well, volunteering is a really good idea, according to the cards. And I'm sorry you've had such a rough year. I think that it's just so crucial for you to finally have like this feeling of security. You know, a lot of changes are happening. I just feel like this is the time for you to like kind of move forward in a solid way. Yeah. Well, good luck with that. And you're also welcome to book a reading if you would like on my website if you want to dive deeper. Okay. Hi, Nat Nat. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Tanvi. Okay, so Nat Nat. Let's see. Hello, new here. Love life, please, in the future. Okay, let's see what we have. Ooh. I feel like I'm seeing plans that you've had to like maybe travel or if you make plans, I feel like things get in the way of that. And it's kind of forcing you to like go within. I see you meeting someone actually very close to home. I feel like there's emotional turmoil in your life when it comes to love, though. So it feels like you have to resolve these issues before you can move forward, before you can launch, you know? I just feel like this is the time for you to really find your security closer to home. I feel like you've always been kind of an adventurous person. I see you liking trying new things, stepping out of your comfort zone. And this makes me feel like you're realizing you have to kind of find that space for yourself closer. So it feels like you're going to meet someone close, but you have to resolve the stuff that you have going on right now emotionally. I actually feel like there's a feeling of being blindsided, feeling like you've had to kind of defend your values, defend yourself. Interesting. I feel like there's been kind of this survival mode going on where you've kind of been in this place of like, I need to survive. I need to just be safe in this situation. But for some reason, it's like you're feeling like threatened in a way. Like there is a sense of like people might be trying to tell you what to do or tell you what to believe, but you're like, you need to set very strong boundaries here. So it's interesting. I don't feel like this is the good time for you to venture off into a romance or get swept away, but I do feel like there's a lot of emotional things you need to work through. I do see someone coming into your life, but it's almost like how can you jump into it with them? How can you do that with them when you have so much to work on from home? And I feel like you are kind of forced to deal with that. So your plans, your love life, it can't move forward right now. You have to kind of stay close. I'm literally seeing you working things out in a house. It's it's hard to explain the situation because it's like I see someone new, but then I also see you in a house working with someone. And I just feel like this is the time for you to really draw some boundaries, draw a line in the sand, you know? This is the time to make your voice very clear because I see you being blindsided. Someone's coming at you in a way where you feel the need to defend yourself or protect yourself. I see a relationship. Interesting. This is really interesting. Yeah. Okay. Well, I feel like that's definitely something, the legal battle with your ex-husband. That's definitely something you have to be able to work through. Um, that doesn't mean that your heart can't be open to love, right? But I do feel like there's a lot of tension, and I just feel this like I'm seeing this house, I'm seeing you being in it, but I also feel like there's new love coming in. So it's like, but you can't like leave the house and go hang out with that person or be with that person until you're able to really deal with this. Um, and boundaries. It's just like boundaries. There's a lot you don't know right now. It feels like there's a lot in the air. Like you don't fully know what the future is for you. Like you don't really know where things are going to lead. And so you're feeling like you have to be very like, I don't know, put these it's like energetic. So I'm trying to put it into words, but it's like you have to set very strong limits, boundaries, and really stay true to yourself. Yeah. So that's what the cards are telling me here. Not but yeah. Let me see if I can. But you're welcome to book a reading with me if you'd like to learn more about your situation. It sounds like there's a lot going on. Um, if not, Tanvi, I see you, but if you keep spamming the comments, I will block you. I'm just telling you because that energy is just not nice for me. I can't. It's very distracting for me. So, all right. I also feel like there's going to be like this tendency to judge judge very strongly before it's like you react before you think. And I think that's the cards are warning you to really contemplate things. Like you're getting ahead of yourself is what it's saying. Like you have to stop criticizing or judging before you actually like think about it and play it out in your mind. So that's just a message that's also coming through for you. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like it's a rough road, but it also has promise. It's definitely not the worst reading that I've read because it feels like there's so much hope for you. There's a new person coming in, there's new adventures out there for you, but it's just a hurdle you have to get through right now. Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, so hello, hello. Let's see. So just to reiterate, everyone, I am doing one question for free. If you would like to add more questions, you can for $10. But I'll answer a question for free. And you can also book a reading on my website if you would like, zoethepsychic.com. I will not answer any health questions or legal questions, and I reserve the right to turn down any question that I don't feel is something I should be answering on this live, or for whatever reason. Also, please don't spam the comment section with the same question over and over again. It is very, very, it's like this toxic energy. So, I will probably not, engage with you if you do that. Also, remember, the future is not set in stone, but when you ask me a question about the future, I will definitely do my best to predict whatever I can based on what the cards are seeing in the moment. But my goal is really to help people. So that is what I'm working on. All right. So yeah, thank you, Nat. Good luck with everything. All right. Yeah, thank you. Connect Mobile Video Solutions. I don't know your name, so all right. So let's see. Who is next? Who is next? Let me see. I'm looking, sorry. Oh my god. I just read not and then I see a naughty not. You guys are, I can't even like tell. Okay. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. This is what I wore for Halloween. Or Samhain. Okay. All right. So, okay, we'll do Deadhead. Okay, I didn't know if you were the same person, just to be clear. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and read Deadhead, and then we'll see whoever comes next, whoever pops out at me next. I'm careful about that because I've had people try to trick me in the comments, but I can tell, so it's okay. Could you please tell me if Suzanne is my twin flame? Ooh. I feel like this person is someone you had. Why do I see you cutting things off with them? Or I see you feeling like I'm seeing some regrets around this person. Let me see. Okay. I do feel like this is a situation where there's a lack of honesty on your end with this person. It's interesting. I feel like you haven't really been honest about who you really are. I'm reading you right now, Deadhead, just so you know. Yeah. I feel like this is a time where you are this person is definitely someone who is not your twin flame, but I feel like your story isn't over with this person. I don't see them being your twin flame though. I feel like there's too much energy of, yeah, this is not twin flame energy. This feels very different. This feels like someone who you knew, or someone who was, I'm seeing some kind of fallout for some reason. And it felt like one of you had to hide who you really were, who you really are. I'm seeing a very overly sensitive person. Yeah, I don't see Suzanne being your twin flame. but I do see them be having a very strong hold on your heart. So I feel like they are still going to be like a lover in your life. This person definitely has a lot of emotions that it's going to be very difficult for you to keep up with. I'm seeing a very emotional person, but I also feel like you can be very happy with this person in the long run, despite them being your twin, not being your twin flame. So I feel like you could have a very beautiful love with this person. But I do feel like you have to mend the fence. I see you needing to make amends, needing to get this person back into your life. So that's what I'm going with. Okay. Let's see. Next. All right. So I'm just taking whoever is I see that pops out at me next. Okay, Diamond Wolf. May I ask, what is the current energy between Hayden, a Scorpio, and I, an Aquarius? Ooh, and a no contact. Praying for healing. Thank you in advance. Okay, Hayden. Interesting. I feel like you guys just can't seem to put each other in each other's shoes. It's like you're telling different stories. You're basically not able to be the main character in your story when you're together. It's interesting. Let me look a little further. But I'm getting that this has a lot to do with your points of views. A lot of it comes down to perspective. And the need to control how your story goes, how your love story goes. This person cannot stop thinking about you. They can't. Like I feel like you are constantly on their mind. They can't get you out of their head. And I feel like there's just this mix match of perspectives. Like you're telling different stories. You're not seeing it the way they need to be seeing it. It feels very like you can't be objective about the situation because there's this point of view that you both have, and it's almost like you're trying really hard to see each other's to empathize with each other. I feel like this person still thinks about you a lot, like you're on their mind. And I actually feel like it's almost borderline like obsessiveness. I don't know, it feels very intense. Like this is not just a regular like no contact. This person feels like it's intense. But I do feel like there are mind games happening. It's almost like you're not it feels like mind games. It feels like you don't really know what's reality and what's not when you're with them. Like they might be telling you one thing or another thing. And I understand you're not talking to them right now, but it just feels like this there's a lot of mental chatter, a lot of like mind games, mind energy. Just, it's almost like they can't stop thinking about you. Um, and I feel like this is something that you really need to be aware of because I do see some red flags in this situation, like in them. I feel like they are somebody that is, yeah, there's just a lot of red flags. It's almost like you can see like the flaws in the situation so clearly, but it also feels like this person doesn't have the emotional depth that you need. I would be careful about letting this person into your life, because just because they can't stop thinking about you doesn't mean, yeah. I wanted to cut me off, but didn't expect what life. Yeah, this person is not who they say they are. It's like they're telling you one story and they are basically like not able to put themselves in your shoes. It's not about you, with them. I feel like they can't stop thinking about you. Like you made a mark on them, but it feels like they have so many red flags. There's a lot of things that are just like you know that if you got together again, things wouldn't work. It just feels like it's about to explode. Like, it feels like you're on the edge. I think you really shouldn't. I mean, you do what you want, but I feel like this person doesn't have. It feels like they're a mirage, like you're in the desert, you're thirsty and you want something, and then it feels like they're just an illusion. They really don't have that thing to give you. So that's the energy I'm getting. So I feel like you definitely, need to really focus on yourself and your own well-being in this situation. Just because this person can't get you off their mind doesn't mean that they are necessarily like going to be the best person for you in the long run. I love how I got this. Swim away from the situation. This person is not like he does not have your best interest at heart. It's like run, get away from there. Don't ever let this person back into your life because they do not have what it takes to be there for you. And whatever they say will be, yeah, it will be like manipulation or a mirage or illusions. Like they're not ma- like real for you. They're not being real. I see like lies. So just, yeah. You honestly deserve so much better than this. This person doesn't have depth. It doesn't have space in their heart for you. Yeah. Yeah. No, you're not going crazy at all. This makes complete sense. And I feel like this person has a lot of growing to do, clearly. I feel like this person, these are mind games. These aren't real, it's not reality. Yeah. That's a good idea. Okay. Let's see. Okay, naughty not, because I remember you now. So, what will happen with the sales assistant job that I applied to? Okay. Oh my gosh. It's interesting because I feel like I this is crazy. Is this job from home? Because I see you working from home. I feel like this is the time where I don't see you working like at a store or in sales. So, let's see what the other cards have to say about this. Yeah, I could definitely see you working remotely. So if that's what the job is, then I could definitely see you getting it. But the energy I'm getting is like very negative. So I would say no. It feels like you're stuck. Yeah, I don't see this happening for you. But, you know, the future is always changing. However, the way it's going right now is it's showing me you're not getting this job. I actually feel like you have a very strong like career path for you, but in a way you're settling with this one. It feels like there's some false promises here. Yeah. I feel like I'm seeing you in business, but I see you being like your own business or running a business. I'm just seeing this energy of you feeling like it will take a little while to get off the ground. So, yeah, I know that's not what you asked, but this is just coming through for me. So, thought I'd share that. Yeah. I can understand that, but it's not forever. This is a just a temporary moment. The cards are warning me that you should not grovel in any way. Stay true to what you want. Like stay true to what you have. I feel like there's an opportunity that you may have tried to pass up, and this is like about trying to get back at it. So interesting. Interesting. Okay. Let me just text. I need cough drops. So I'm just gonna text my partner. Okay. Okay, let's see. Anshika. Will I reconcile with my ex Nivesh? No contact situation. Lovely. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I don't see you reconciling with them, but I definitely feel like this is not the end. I'm seeing I definitely see them contacting you. I feel like they're going to contact you, but I don't see it means that you're going to get back together. Does that make sense? I feel like this person has a lot of stuff they're working on in their life. Let me see. This person has been unable to forget you. They have been unable to move forward without you. They feel like they have to I'm seeing them like write about you for some reason. I don't know if they write music or songs, but I feel like they could be the kind of person that writes about you. There's a sense of like they are trying so hard to forget you that they bury themselves in their work, in their life. Like this person is writing about you, writing songs about you. I feel like they can't get you off their mind, and they're trying really hard to forget you. But unfortunately, it also means they're not acting. They're like stuck, they're not acting on it. They are focusing on themselves. I actually feel like this person is going through some dark times, and that's not about you though. I think that this is a really important time for them in their life. I also feel like they don't have the best relationship with their mother. I'm seeing like a female that isn't like a lover, but is taking over a lot of their time. There's a lot of this like feminine energy in their life, but it's not like a love interest. It's somebody who doesn't approve of what they're doing. Interesting. I feel like this person also has like a lot of ambitions, but has not been able to really get them off the ground. Um, so they can be like all talk and not necessarily have manifested these things in their life yet. So I just think that this is the time for you to really focus on you and wait for these songs to come out. I feel like this person has been thinking about you, but they're trying so hard not to. Like they can't they can't help themselves. I see them trying to distract themselves to be like to forget you, to get rid of you, but it's not working. So that's the energy I'm seeing there. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing your story with me today. Okay. MBB 604. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's get started with your reading. What are Pete's feelings and next actions about me? Okay. Let's see. What are Pete's feelings? We'll start with feelings. Wow, this person really wants to express their love. I'm seeing like a confession. Let me see what else the cards have to say before I go more into depth. I feel like this person has been maybe keeping a distance, or they're not near you, but at the same time they want to express their love for you. I'm seeing a strong feelings coming through. This person wants to be very romantic. I'm seeing a lot of romance. Like I feel like this person is kind of smitten. It's interesting. But I do feel like they're going through a lot of major shifts right now in their life. And they're afraid of letting something go in their life. So it's hard for them to embrace more. I feel like this person has a lot of history with another person. It's interesting. Let me see what else it has to say. I feel like this person feels you. Like they want you even when they're far away from you. That's the energy I'm getting. So this they need to express themselves. They need to talk to you. They want to I feel like this like really vibrant energy coming through of them wanting to release like the old in their life. There's somebody they're holding on to in their life. I feel like this is important because it feels like they don't fully have all the love to give to you yet. So they might talk a big game, but they need to be able to process their own like life. They need to process their own past. I definitely see their past coming up. I feel like there's a pattern playing out in their life. And I feel like right now it's really important. I actually see there's talk of traveling. I see them traveling a lot. Interesting. It feels like they don't have all the like their heart isn't completely open for you yet. But I do feel like they sense you. They can feel you. There's a very deep connection, very romantic. I feel like they feel like you make them stronger. You make them feel more like uplifted in a way. Like you charge them up. It's kind of like you're like a battery for them. I actually feel like once they get this unfinished business out of the way, they're going to be able to be there for you. And I could actually see this turning into something really beautiful. I see them wanting to invite you to meet their friends. So this could mean that, like, as an extra step, they really want you to go to a party or to go to like a gathering with them. I see them wanting to introduce you to people. And I feel like this person naturally wants to like bond with you, but also with other people. So I'm seeing like them inviting you to things. I feel like this person really wants you to meet their friends. It's interesting. Well, there you have it. I feel like this is a big step for this person actually. Like I feel like this party or inviting you is actually like a huge step for them. Um and I also feel like they just need to get closure for things, but that doesn't mean they can't be with you while they get closure. I do feel like this person likes to be more in control. And I feel like they have this need to be more of a leader or take charge. And I think that is really good for you in the situation. But it also means that they're kind of like inviting you into their kingdom, into their world. And I feel like that is going to have to make a huge difference for you because it's almost like they've been holding back on handing the reins over or giving you more control or being more like flexible. I feel like you are currently in this state where you have to kind of deal with you don't have a lot of say over where things go or the direction things take. Let me write this down real quick because if not, I will not see that MS. I have to keep track and I don't have a good system yet. Okay. All right. Yeah. This is really exciting time. I think that for you though, I just want to give you leave you with some more like advice on where you can go from here because I love this. Weave together the crown that you deserve. And I love that because we got the king card. So this person is the king and I feel like you are going to have to like, this is the time to step up and be that person, be the queen, that this person needs. And I feel like you guys are actually perfect for each other in so many ways. It just feels like you can listen, you can take what they're saying and like trust it. Well, there you go. Like this is great confirmation. And I also think that he's just in this stage where you have to be careful not to take things to the extreme or you'll burn out too fast. So just go along with the ride, enjoy it. I feel like this is exciting. This is new. This is like his universe will become your universe. And I feel like when they collide, it's just going to be fantastic. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yay. Well, good luck. I'm excited for you. Yeah. I think sometimes in like new relationships when you don't really have this full like it can be so nerve-wracking when you don't know what the other person's thinking or doing or feeling or where they're at, but I just see this person like really wanting to open up and I'm so happy for you. Thank you. All right, so next is MS. Are you there, MS? Okay. So, how is David, a longtime coding helper and friend, feeling about me, especially when he knows I had a crush and ended it? Ooh. Okay. I feel like there's so much gratitude coming off of him. I feel like he's very inexperienced. It's interesting. It's almost like you opened him up to new ideas, new possibilities, and I feel like this is like it's almost like there's like a spiritual lesson coming through from him. I feel like he feels like you have a lot in common. You have a lot of shared things in common, and there are people that you both know. Oops. The beaver. I feel like he's not holding any resentment, but I do feel like he has a lot of like gratitude for you. I feel like he learned a lot through you. And it's almost like he doesn't want to rock the boat. I feel like you, on the other hand, you're kind of like this wildfire in a good way. I feel like your energy has really rubbed off on him. Yeah, that's what I'm definitely sensing inexperience. I feel like he was in his head a lot when he was with you or when he was around you. It was almost like overthinking, overanalyzing, and now I just feel like there's also a physical chemistry that isn't there. I'm seeing. I feel like there was something awkward about it. It feels a little bit shaky. Let me see. Wheel of Fortune. I feel like this is definitely there were a lot of factors that you just didn't see coming come up. And I think that this is a really important time period because this is like when things are actually like unfolding. And I feel like all the things that you had together, it's almost like he's just really grateful to have had them with you. I don't actually see it being more than that. I don't see it being love. I see this kind of being awkward. There's like an awkwardness surrounding this. It's almost like you can't really predict what's going to happen next because it just feels like things are off. Yeah, it feels like you can't really think ahead in this situation. I also feel like I don't know why I'm getting this, but it's like this person doesn't want to say stop. It's almost like, you know, how when you're trying to pour water in a jug, and then I'm trying to come up with this way of like explaining the energy. But I feel like this person doesn't want to stop. Like, it doesn't mean that they don't. I feel like he doesn't love you in that way, okay? He doesn't have like strong feelings for you. He has gratitude, but for some reason, the actions aren't lining up with it. It's interesting. And there's a lot of like him overthinking, overanalyzing. Things feel awkward. I feel like there's a disconnect when it comes to like the physical. Yeah. So that's the energy I'm getting there. Let me go back and look at your question. I don't think that this person is harboring anything ill towards you. I feel like they genuinely like are just grateful. You know, you're somebody that's yeah, I mean, but that's on your end. I feel like on his end, he doesn't see you as there's no like angst, there's no like romantic feelings or, you know, I see this person feeling just really grateful to have learned from you, feeling like they were in their head a lot. I actually feel like they're blaming themselves a lot. um, so yeah, I think that it's more just where are things going. It's less about his own feelings, you know. I think it's more about what you're doing in this situation because it seems like that's where the disconnect is. I also feel like For you, I feel like there isn't enough acknowledgement. It's almost like you want more acknowledgement from him for some reason, even though you're not together. There's a lot of frustration coming through, but I don't see romantic feelings. I just see more like gratitude. So that's the energy I'm getting. Yeah. Let me see if I can give you some more advice on how to proceed. I definitely feel like it's almost like you're afraid to ask questions to him about the situation. And I think that's the best thing you can do, actually, is just don't be afraid to say your piece to this person. I feel like you're holding back. And if you want things to go smoothly, I feel like you need to get things off your chest because I think he can definitely tell that you're holding back. There's stuff you're holding back from him. And I feel like this comes down to expression. So that's what I would say for you. Don't be afraid to let it out. Hi, sunshine love. Welcome, welcome. I'll get to you in a second. Um, okay. Okay, MS, did that answer your question okay? I want to make sure. Okay. You're always welcome to book a reading with me on my website if you would like to know more. Thank you so much for stopping by and yeah, and sharing. And I'm really hope things go well for you. Okay, sunshine love, what is your question? And then I have to like eat a snack or something. My blood sugar is plummeting. Okay. Hi, Zoe. What are Brian's current feelings for me? Whitney. Okay. Whitney. Oh, thanks, Miss Ba. Very nice of you. Okay. So I feel like they're lost. Let me see. Let me look at this more deeply. Interesting. I feel like this person has been very guarded because it feels like they don't really know where things were going. It feels like, and I'm saying were because I feel like there's this past energy coming through. It feels like they don't really let a lot of people in. And I feel like you were somebody who they really let in, you know? You let, they were able to get close to you in a way that they've never gotten close to someone before. It's interesting. This is the energy coming through of like, you came closer and closer than anyone. There was something very intimate about this. It's almost like I see you guys being very close. I actually see you like helping each other out. There's a feeling of like you guys come from the same background. Interesting. It feels like you share a lot in common, like your origins. So I don't know if you come from similar country or background, but it feels very like you guys bonded on that. I also feel like you just really didn't know what direction things are going in. And I feel like this person feels like they don't really know what directions they're going in. You know? It's almost like this person why do I see them meeting, like, I don't know if they met your family, but I feel like they met your community. There's a sense of needing this person to be closer, to start doing the important things, like meeting family or being part of your world, you know? And this person feels like you are the closest they ever got to love, to happiness. And so right now that's how they're feeling. They're feeling like this sense of like, wow, this there's never going to be anyone else like that in my life. Let's see. I feel like this person also has been trying really hard just to focus on themselves and focus on going on with their life, but they keep hearing about you. I don't know if it's like a small world, maybe friends and family are talking about each other, but it feels like, whew, it feels like there's a lot of chatter, a lot of people talking, buzzing. It's like you're very busy. There's a lot of that. There's also like a sense of gossip. So I see people talking about your situation and them having to hear it. People are telling them things about you. Let's see. Interesting. I feel like there are a lot of different paths your relationship could have taken, but now it feels like you really never knew where things were going, like what the end goal was. I feel like there were like a lot of different paths but it was like you never really stuck to one path. You never really stuck to that one path that would bring you to your destination, that would bring you to, like, for example, marriage or, whatever end goal you want, like that happily ever after. I just feel like you have so many different crossroads and paths, and it's like you couldn't figure out where to end up. The Nine of Cups coming through has to do with that's usually a very beautiful card to have. I feel like this person has a lot of like fantasies about you. I think that they really care about you very much still. But I feel like, is it realistic? I don't know. The Queen of Swords is telling me that you are definitely not the kind of person that is just going to run wild with their feelings about the situation. I feel like you want to use your head, your brain. You're very intelligent, independent person, and you're not going to just go back to this person or be with this person because you had a connection. You needed to know where things are going. You needed to know the future. You needed to know, like, have some security. I feel like there was a lot of like major steps, but it's almost like, yeah, it just feels like you didn't have that security, that certainty. Like you both wanted the same things, you both were trying to like move forward, but it feels like you just didn't have that happily ever after. And yeah, so I think that it's very important for you to really lean into your independence here. Don't lose the sight of that, because our heart can sometimes tear us away from that when we're really, really trying. I feel like that if you want things to work out with this person, you both would have to make some major sacrifices. Hi, Daniela. I will definitely get to you in a second. Just finishing up with Whitney here. And then yeah. Okay. So, Sunshine or Whitney, does this make sense to you? I think that it's really going to be important for you to really focus on yourself and you know? I love this. I love how I said that, and then I got this card. Take yourself out on a date. You know? This is the time for you to really, like, pamper yourself. Do you, because this is not about this other person. This person kind of like lost their shot, you know? If you want to pursue something with this person or try again, that's up to you, but clearly they don't know where they're going, you know? You have to decide if that's enough, if that's ever going to be enough for you. Because you can't wait for this person to change, right? Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're welcome to book a reading with me on my website if you would like. Yeah, thank you. Okay, Danielle. I okay. I need to like I need to eat like a something, like a piece of dried fruit. Because if not, I will not be able to read anybody and I'm hangry. So okay. Danielle. Welcome, welcome. How does Paul currently feel about me? Okay. Should have picked a less chewy snack. Okay. Interesting. I feel like Paul wants to reconcile with you. There's a lot of regrets. They feel like they've ended things. Paul feels like he's ended things too quickly. Let me see what else the cards have to offer us. I will wait. Oh, okay. I feel like they're waiting for a sign from you. Like it's almost like they're waiting for you to I'll get one after this one reading. But yeah, I feel like this is the time for Paul. He doesn't want to act, but he wants to I see him wanting to like reconnect with you, wanting to reunite with you. There's a sense of it's almost like things were too brutal, things cut off. I feel like things were cutting off. Yeah. I know. I gotta take better care of myself when I'm reading. I get very on a roll, but I got this. Okay. Yeah. I just feel like this is the time for you to you might have to be the one to be like, "Hey, Paul," because I feel like this he's actually waiting to hear from you. I see him actually waiting to hear back from you. I feel like things ended in a weird way or stopped in a weird way, like in a brutal way. There's a harshness to it. Um, and I also feel like this is the time where I feel like he's really wants to take a leap of faith with you. There's a feeling of, I want to take a leap of faith. I want to move forward. I want to try this again. Try again is what I'm hearing. It's almost like it didn't work out the first time, but this person wants to start fresh and start over. Interesting. I feel like things definitely need to change if they're going to work out, but I do see this person really wanting to be with you. They have regrets. They feel a sense of conviction about being with you. The 5 of Wands. Yeah. But that doesn't necessarily mean things are resolved. I feel like there's a lot of mixed messages, things that have kind of been left up in the air that you need to resolve and you need to communicate about. And does this make sense with you, Danielle? Yeah. I definitely think that it's almost like there needs to be a second start over. Like it feels like you have to start over, a second chance. This person wants a second chance. I'm hearing second chances. I'm also hearing that this person wants, I don't know why, but I'm hearing rematch. Yeah. I feel like you're a little bit out of their league. There's a difference in like social status is what I'm seeing. It could also be financial. But I feel like Paul does have a lot of respect for you, and I see him being someone who wants to make things work with you or wants to try again, wants to start over. So that's the energy I'm getting from him. I definitely see a lot of chemistry coming through. I feel like this person really likes you. I see them wanting you. I feel like they're remembering things about you. It's interesting. It's like they want to hand you the reins. They're waiting for that sign from you to move on, to move forward, to shoot their shot, to try. I'm seeing you both coming together and really like actually having a lot of passion. I feel like this is a very passionate situation. There's a lot of like mixed energy of just feeling like you want to express yourselves with each other, but I'm seeing you joining like physically. And this could just mean also just intimately. I feel like there's a lot of intimacy coming through. So I do see this being something that has a lot of potential to work out. I feel like they're trying to be respectful, and but I do feel like there has been some kind of animosity, some kind of like cutting. I'm seeing like the a rope being cut, you know, that was binding you. So I think it's really interesting that this is all these messages are coming through at once because it doesn't feel like you're really together, but it does feel like there was some kind of, it's like they're making up for something that they did. Yeah. Let me see if I can give you some parting advice. Okay. Surround. I love this one. Surround yourself with love. I think that this card tends to come up when we're really in need of love. And I feel like this is what you need to give yourself. But also, you have the reins here. If you want Paul to act, you're going to have to send them a signal, send them a sign. I just feel like there is so much passion and potential for more. It doesn't look like it's I read a lot of similar questions today about how does this person feel about me. This is a really positive reading, and I think it's really going to be about kind of figuring out who holds this dynamic. It's a dynamic situation because this is just needing to try, needing to take that leap. Yeah. Thanks, Shilpa. Okay. Well, thank you. Um, yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. That's the first message that I got. It was like this, it just feels like things were very brutal. Like it's the kind of card that I got when a bridge is burnt, like burnt bridges. And it's like he wants to mend the fence. That's what I'm seeing. So it feels like there's like it's almost like there's unfinished business that you both have. Yeah. But I do see this passion, and I think that, it's going to be the ball's in your court. It's up to you. Okay, I'm going to really quick eat more eat more dried fruit because I am really hungry. But I will be back in like, I don't know. I will be back in like 2 minutes, okay? I can't I can't sit here for like over 2 hours and not eat anything. So, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. 1 second. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm back. Yay. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome anyone who is here still. Thank you for waiting. Is it National PCOS month or is that last month? Yeah. I gotta keep my blood sugar stable, so thank you. All right. Welcome, welcome. Hi Lola. Hi Amira. Hi Miss Ba. Okay. So thank you for waiting for those of you who are here. Let's go. So I am taking questions. So first question is free. Donations are appreciated. If you donate, you will be prioritized. And I am also accepting additional questions for $10 each, but you can also book a full reading with me on my website, zoethepsychic.com. Most questions are, almost every question I can probably answer, but I do specialize in love. So things that have to do with relationships, family, career, those are things that are probably more up my alley. If you ask me about your car or truck, I don't think I will provide you with the best expertise. I just won't. I also won't give any legal advice or health advice. Energy is fine, but that's just my prerogative and my ethical, my code of ethics. So, yeah. Thank you for those of you who are here. So, all right, Lola, please, curious, does Joey Cameron love me? His feelings? Thank you. All right, let's see. Ooh, interesting. Let me get some more cards here. I see this person playing games with your heart. I feel like they had feelings, but I feel like for some reason you gave them the ick. I don't know. I'm seeing them finding out something about you that really upset them, that really made them not want to be around you. And I don't think that's your fault at all, but I feel like this person, I don't see them wanting to take a risk on you. It's interesting. I feel like there's this risk-taking aspect to this reading. This person doesn't want to risk being with you for some reason. I feel like they found something out that really upset them. Interesting. I'm seeing that they don't see this going anywhere with you. I feel like this is like a dead end for them. It feels like there's no more you can progress for some reason. It's a risk they don't want to take. Let's see what the tarot have to say. I do see, it's interesting because I feel like there is a marriage, but I don't see it lasting. I feel like it's not really worth it for some reason. I also feel like the intimacy or physical spark is not necessarily there. It's almost like it fizzles out. And I see someone else also in the bag. Like I see someone else involved in the situation. With the Knight of Swords, I feel like there's someone who's taking action or trying to pursue this person. So that's the energy I'm getting here. I know this is probably not the what you wanted to hear, Lola. But yeah, I think that this is a really pivotal moment for you also, because I think it's like going to be the time where you actually have this major like awakening. I see you actually waking up and realizing what you're actually meant to do. And I see someone coming into your life that is actually going to really change everything for you. But I do think you're getting very caught up in the noise, like maybe you're on social media for this person. I just feel like you need to unplug, you need to detach, you need to relax. I think you're getting very caught up in this energy, this game almost. And I think it's really important for you to learn to like take a step back, turn off the phone. If you're waiting for them, unplug, chill. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for sitting through that. um, Best of luck. Okay. Miss Ba, will I pass the exam that I gave on the 25th of October? Okay. I just want to give you a heads up for questions like these. I have to remind you that the future is not set in stone. Things have the capacity to change, and you are welcome to also change them. So if you don't like this response, then just keep that in mind. But this is going to be based on what the cards are seeing on this path that you're on now. So we're going to look at the situation. Interesting. I do see you passing. I feel like this is going to be a time for you to I actually feel like this is going to be a really energizing moment for you. What I'm seeing is that even after you take the test, I feel like you're going to have the energy to like do more for some reason. It feels like there's a productivity going on, like lots of it. But I do feel like you have to be careful not to get distracted. I'm seeing children in your life, like maybe distracting you from this goal of yours, from the test. So just that's just coming through. Interesting. I think you have to be really careful not to let other things get in the way of your, ethic, your work ethic. But I do see things being sustained and working out in the long run for you. So my answer would be yes. All right. So yeah. Well, the cards are pointing in your favor here. It feels like you're going to have to put up with a lot, but you're also going to it's going to work out in your favor. When the sustainer comes up, it's like you have had to keep going no matter what. And I feel like this is the journey you're supposed to be on. Don't give up yet. Like you got this. You can do it. Have really good high hopes for you. Yeah. Okay. Let's see who is next. Thank you so much, Miss Ba, for being here and yeah. Thank you also. I know you've been here for a while, so thank you for being so patient with me. Um, okay, let's see. Vienna, Valentina, my Libra, feelings for me, please. My cat is sitting right here. Very cute. She loves walking all over my tarot cards. Okay, Vienna. Hmm. I feel like your Libra doesn't really know. Let me see. I don't Here's what I'm saying. I feel like your Libra is not a very mature Libra. I feel like they have a long way to go. And for some reason I just feel like they're not it's like there's a lack of maturity. So when they're at this point in their life, how are they going to be fully in a fierce love? I feel like right now they're acting immature. I'm sensing this need to like not be really observant, not be aware. There's a lack of self-awareness that's definitely coming through. So I definitely think that this person doesn't really know how they feel. And if they did care, I feel like they don't really know how to recognize it for some reason. I'm getting that this person is coming through blind. Like there's a blindness to the situation that they're not seeing you in that light. Interesting. I do feel like they're kind of arrogant sometimes, or like they have a high head on their shoulders. And so I feel like this is just, it's almost like they just don't even see it. They don't see it or recognize feelings that they have. So yeah, I'm only doing one question, so I can't answer that right now. You're welcome to donate the $10 and ask another question, or you can also book a reading with me um, on my website, zoethepsychic.com. But that's what I'm doing for today. Yeah. Okay. Next. Good luck with that. I'm wishing the best for you. Okay. Mishi, I'm new here. When will Sag contact me? It's been a no contact situation since our last argument. We last had an argument. Okay. Wish I could show you my cat like sitting right here, but I can't. Okay. Interesting. I'm seeing a lack of direction. Um, let me look further. I see this person not like they're keeping you at arm's length. They couldn't fully let you in. I feel like they could not fully let you like get close to them, you know? Um yeah. Um I just feel like this person has no idea where they're going or what they actually want with you. And it's almost like because of that, they just could not fully let themselves get close. They really just are afraid of somehow letting go and opening up. It just feels a very like strong, and no matter what, it feels like they're giving up too soon. It feels like you're on this path, and then it's almost like you don't stay on one path long enough to see where it goes with this person. So I do see this being kind of difficult for you because it's unpredictable, you know? I feel a sense of like you don't really know what's next, like when it comes to them. It can feel on and off like a faucet is turning on and off of their love. And I see a lot of red flags, to be honest. I see that things are, you can tell that they're not working. Like you can tell that things are kind of crumbling, but you don't want to face that. I feel like you can see the signs, you know? And I think it's really important for you to trust your intuition here. I also feel like intimacies, there's a something wrong there. It feels like the physical is not there. Feels like there's a weird disconnect going on. I definitely see the separation lasting, you know? It feels confusing because it feels like your heart is going through unnecessary somersaults, you know? It's almost like you know that things could be better for you. Like you know things are possible, but it feels like there's a cloud over your relationship. Oh, yeah. Welcome back, Cottonfly. So, this is telling me that these problems you're having, you need to figure out how to get these clouds to go away because it could be temporary, you know, but you obviously both have to put in the work, and there's clearly impending disaster, right? It feels like no matter what, you know that things are kind of falling apart, but you're like, I don't want to face it. I don't want to see the disaster even if it's right in front of me, you know? So this is the time for you to really own your own energy, and like this person, I feel like, I don't know if they're avoidant attachment, you know? It feels like they're very closed off from you, like they don't want to let you in fully. And I think it's hard to be committed to someone when you have no idea whether you have like a path. I don't think that this person is ready for you. I feel like this person doesn't know how to let you in. I don't even think it's like necessarily on purpose. Like they have been brought up this way where they don't really know how to fully open up for you. And that's not a you problem. You know, that's something they need to fix. That's something they need to work on. So I think the next step for you, I love this. I love how I said fix because um you don't need someone else to fix you. You don't. Like you are so special, and I feel like you can't bend over backwards for this person to make them happy, to try to like accommodate them. And I think a lot of the time in relationships, especially, you know, women, we tend to do this. We tend to um think, okay, well, how can I fix myself so I can make a relationship work? And I just think that this, exactly, like you can't keep trying to do that. You can't keep trying to fix the things. Like it has to come from, at this point it has to come from him. And he couldn't even let you get close, you know? It feels very like you just deserve to be loved. Like you deserve to have that full experience in your life. You do not deserve to feel like you're at arm's length, like you can never fully get it right. This is a no-no for you, you know? I feel like this energy that you're having, he's putting a damper on your shine, your sunshine, you know? I feel like he is suppressing it. And it's like it's time for you to really grow. Yeah. So I think that's really important for you, you know? You don't need to be there's nothing wrong with you, and I feel like this is the time for you to shine and find someone who's willing to go the distance with you. Okay. Good luck with that. Welcome, 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 anyone who's tuning in. Um, yeah, you're welcome to book a reading with me if you'd like to go deeper on my website, zoethepsychic.com. But was great reading you. Hi, Flincer. Yeah, so I'm just prioritizing whoever I see first, and if someone donates, I will prioritize them. But for now, I am just picking whoever kind of pops out at me when I'm done with one reading. Okay. What will the next person I get with be like? Ooh, I love questions like this. I see this person actually having a very spiritual vibe. I see them being maybe into divination, like tarot or some kind of practice. I feel like they are very down to earth and grounded, but at the same time, you know that they kind of have this like they believe in something bigger. I definitely see this being more of a spiritual bond in your life. I also feel like they love to eat. They love to eat food. And I know that's a human thing, but I feel like they really like gourmet meals or and cooking. I feel like they're going to be a really good cook. And they would also love to cook for you. I feel like it's a pastime. But I also feel like they definitely like nice things. That's a good thing. You guys will share that in common. I definitely feel, let me see. Okay, I'm getting Aries and also Capricorn energy. So they could be Aries or Capricorn. This could be their sun, moon, or rising sign. And I feel like they're very, they're going to have a reputation. They could be like very well known in their niche, but I see them having, like being someone people know their name. I also feel like this is a past life connection. This is somebody who's going to come through that you have already met in a past life. Well, they could be a fellow Capricorn. That also might be the indication that they could be the Aries in this situation. Um, I definitely feel like this person might, I could see them being married to you. I see you exchanging vows. I feel like there's a strong level of commitment. Like this person, you know, you can depend on them. This person is very loyal. I see them promising the world to you. And I feel like this is the person you, when you meet them, you know, like this is the person I'm going to marry. Like that's just how it is. It feels like they might drain your wallet, though. I feel like they really like nice things. Like, it can come across as maybe they're greedy, not greedy, but like they need to be satisfied, okay? I feel like this person is like has high standards and expectations, and it's like that's just the only, you know, thing that I'm seeing that's negative, but it's not negative to have high standards. I feel like I also feel like this person grew up with a certain amount of privilege. So they're used to maybe having more, you know? Interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of energy here. I could see you meeting at work or through your career path. I would say that through your profession. I feel like you guys will share that kind of in common. Yeah. Well, I feel like this person may come from a certain level of privilege. So it could mean like that they have some expectations or standards, but I don't know. This is just the energy I'm seeing here. I'm seeing wedding again, like marriage, marriage, marriage. So this person is definitely someone I see you in with for the long haul. It's just confirmation. This person is also, I see them being kind of a lone wolf. They're not necessarily like, I feel like they work with computers, or they work from home. There's a sense of like, I see them in front of a computer. So we'll see what that turns out to be. Um, but yeah, this is a very exciting thing. I feel like they're not the kind of person that is going to be out and about, you know, a lot. I don't see them being super social, but I do see them having like very down to earth, really exciting energy that is just, you're going to have a very spiritual connection. This is the person you're going to marry. I see them making promises and really valuing their promises, you know. And I see them cooking, I see them making food. I feel like they're the kind of person that wants to try new things and they really like pleasure. You know, they want pleasure, but you might have to teach them some things. So that's the energy I'm getting with that. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for the opportunity, Linser. Okay. Um, Justine Coat. Justine, okay, what's next for me? All right. Ooh, I see you cutting someone off from your life. Interesting. Let me see. I feel like there's someone that is going to come into your life, and I feel like this is going to be someone you realize you need to let go of. They don't really share the same vision as you. I feel like they're not on the same journey as you. I'll get to you, Oksana, in a second when I'm done with Justine. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like this is a time where you're making really important decisions for you. You know, I see this person being like kind of a bitch with the harpy. I feel like this person has a lot of like toxic energy, and I'm seeing you realizing like that they are no longer going to be a part of your life. They have been blocking you from pursuing the things you need to pursue, and from like, I feel like they've been kind of harboring some kind of negative energy towards you. So this is someone that it seems like you may have known for a while, but I feel like there's someone that you just need to let go of, that you need to cut that cord. There's a lot of healing that needs to happen, and this person is preventing you from doing that. Interesting. I feel like also this person has kind of been I'm seeing some mood swings in your life, like, you can get moody. I feel like you have a tendency to take things to the extreme, um, and I feel like this is just the time I can try to see if I can narrow down who it is, but I just feel like this is the time for you to really focus on guiding yourself back to your intuition. You get very when you get something in your head, I feel like it sticks and you can get very carried away for some reason. I feel like this person could be a Leo or a Aquarius. Interesting. This could be their sun, moon, or rising sign. But I actually feel like this is a past life pattern. This person has come into your life before in previous lives. So this is not something that when I said it was new at first, and then I was like, wait, you kind of know them. I feel like that's what this is. It's a past life thing. So this is somebody that has some really negative energy, and I think it's really important for you. You're going to have to really make some really brutal decisions. You have a tendency to have these like extremes, and I feel like I'm seeing like this extreme energy, and making those final decisions is super important right now. Interesting. I do feel like you have been disconnected from your intuition. So things that you've been letting into your life may have been more as a result of like your thoughts versus your gut instincts. And I think it's about creating like that filter for you, which is interesting too. But I am seeing you having a lot of like, I don't know, I'm seeing some psychic energy around you. You have some psychic downloads coming through. I feel like if you've been working on psychic gifts, working on them or developing them, this is going to I see a major kind of vision coming through for you. So I feel like more downloads coming through. It will feel like you're more in tune with your energy. It feels like you're coming back to yourself, to your center. It feels like these people or this person that you have let in, you're getting cutting that tie. Yeah, I'm seeing this coming through for you. Yeah, I think that this is something you should lean into because I feel like you have a natural kind of intuitive side. And I would trust your dreams a lot. I feel like you're going to have some very important dreams that are going to give you a lot of answers. So, doing some dream journaling might be very helpful for you in this moment. Yeah. I think that this is up to you to like create the life that you want, and you're going to have to make some really intense decisions, but you're going to be okay. Things are going to work out. You can rewrite your story the way you want it to look, the way you want it to be. I feel like you have this kind of this magic, and I see these downloads just coming through for you. I feel like the universe is really on your side here. So, okay. Um Oksana is next. Thank you so much, Justine. Are you still there, Oksana? Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so are me and Leo compatible? Hmm. Okay. Let's see. Interesting. I'm seeing you wanting each other. Like they want you. I feel like they are desiring you. But I also feel like there's stubbornness. It's almost like there's a clashing. It's like the energies are clashing. It feels like there's a lot of stubbornness going on, stubborn energy. Hmm. Let's see. Interesting. I'm seeing you both kind of waking up. I feel like there's this wake up call coming through, an awareness about you, about you. The Knight of Swords is telling me that this person, I see them wanting to pursue you, but also just feeling like very stubborn. I don't know. I'm seeing them very stubborn about it. It's like they don't want to be flexible. They don't want to make concessions. Their life is very like they're in their own little world. But I do see you. And I feel like this is the time for them to start waking up to that energy and wanting to initiate things with you. Interesting, interesting, interesting. The question is more like, are they capable of getting their feet off the ground, right? Are they capable of of actually like taking the initiative and doing that? But I feel like it's more up to them to do that. And I think that they definitely do desire you. I definitely see that but it's more like their own work. They're in their own world. I feel the sense of martyrship, like they can be a martyr. And so sometimes they don't really want to acknowledge that things are easier than they seem. Like all it would take is for them to actually just go after you, you know? Yeah, I just feel this like stubborn energy, but they do want you. They do desire you. So that's the energy I'm getting. But I hope that was helpful. It's nice to see you again. Okay. I feel like right now you have to just receive. You have the ability to manifest any wish that you have with this person. I feel like they can, you know, everything is you're capable of doing that, of that manifestation. But of course, it takes two to tango. So that's where we're at. But I'm wishing you the best. Okay. Okay, okay. Um, hmm. Okay. So let's do okay, there's so many people. Hi Hibiscus. Hi Lara. All right. So how about we'll do cotton fly because I remember you and I want to say hi. Um okay, remember I'm picking the ones that pop out at me. If you want to be prioritized, I will then you're welcome to donate. Um but that is just the way things are right now. Okay, cotton fly. Let me find your question. What's coming for me in love, please? Okay. I don't know. Are you still there, Cottonfly? Want to make sure. Otherwise, I'll move on to another person. Okay, cool. Ooh. This is interesting. I feel like you're going to find someone very serious. There's like a lot of serious energy coming through. I feel like what the energy I'm getting is like something that has felt like a game becomes like a real thing, a real reality, you know? I'm seeing you connecting with someone who you never thought you would connect with before. This feels like you're bridging the gap, bridging the divide. There's like two people who are very different, like, and I just feel like you're very drawn to each other, and it's almost like you're bridging the gap. Yeah, I don't I'm gonna see if there's any confirmation. Let's see. Because I didn't ask the cards about Anton in particular. So, but I do see, I don't know if Anton what sign Anton is, but I'm seeing a Leo. I'm also seeing Scorpio. And I'm also seeing Aries and Pisces. So if Anton has any of those in his um, sun, moon, or rising, then this could definitely indicate him. But I do see a strong connection, very powerful connection coming through. So two worlds coming together and you finally feeling like you can cross that barrier. I also see somebody with a really big family and a lot of money in your life. So I don't know if Anton has a lot of money. I didn't really tackle it that way, but I'm seeing like generational wealth for some reason. Interesting. Well, there you have it. I'm excited for you. Okay. Okay, guys. So I'm going to pick the next one. But thank you, Cottonfly. Okay. Hi, I'm from France. I did like 49. My question is, according to my highest guides, did I spiritually disconnected with Sabine? Okay. Let's see what we have. Actually, I don't see you spiritually disconnecting at all. I feel like whatever is going on, you have to just mend the fence. I feel like this is a very temporary situation. Um, I see them being actually very grateful for the spiritual lesson that they're learning from you. There is a sense of needing to be grateful, needing to connect. And unfortunately, I feel like whatever you've gone through, it's more like you just have to like mend the fence. You have to reach back out to this person. If you want things to be okay, that's what you have to do. That's all there is to it. I feel like Sabine is very let's look further at what the cards have to say here. I see lots of love coming through. I feel like, I mean, with the 10 of cups, this is just the loveliest of the lovest card. There's a real compassion. I'm seeing unconditional love, you know? I wanted to be the person to change. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely see I love how you said I just read to leave the darkness, and then I looked over and we have the star, l'étoile. I think that this is very exciting because it's like you have there's so much hope here. This is like destiny. You know, this person is destined to be with you, and I think that whatever you're going through, this is about you harnessing the next step, you taking over. Yeah. I feel, this is what I'm feeling. So, um as far as there are things that I feel like you still need to open up to, like secrets. I'm seeing secrets coming through. I feel like a lot of mystery behind this person. Like you don't fully know them still. And there's a lot of like getting to know them. And I think that this person is really, really, I'm seeing lots of love. Yeah. I I am just happy for you in this situation because it feels like you weren't working as a team, like as a unit before. It feels like you can't really do that. But for some reason, I see you being able to approach them now. So, you don't have to hope on this person because there's so much time passed without her. Yeah, I think that this is, I mean, this is how I'm seeing things going, like the energy. But like I said, it's clear that right now you're not to get like you're not together. You're not making it work as a team. So the lesson is very spiritual. I feel like you're going to be able to grow and be together if you want to, but there is this person was meant to find you. I feel like this person is meant to be in your life. I think you're focusing a lot on the past, but I feel like this is just an indication that there's so much more to the story for you. Okay. Um, but if this person changed, well, I am not perfect. Maybe I could talk with this person. You have to go to this person. That's what I'm seeing. So yeah, I understand, but I feel like there's a light with them. I'm seeing like a light in general. Like it feels like there is a direction and I feel like arrows are pointing towards them, you know? Une lumière. Yeah. I think you're un peu. um yeah. So I feel like this is a really good sign for you. Why can't you go towards this person? Pourquoi est-ce que tu peux pas aller vers cette personne? Mais je pense pas que c'est ça. Je pense pas que c'est le problème, ça. De... Parce qu'il n'y a pas de problème. Je pense que c'est toi qui crée le problème. Parce que je pense que c'est toi dont... Je pense pas qu'en ce moment, c'est elle qui fait le... I don't think it's her that is the problem. Je pense pas que c'est elle. Elle, c'est une lumière, je la vois, mais c'est toi qui dois changer, c'est toi qui dois essayer de connecter avec elle. Tu as beaucoup plus de pouvoir que tu penses. Mais c'est la direction, c'est le chemin. Je pense qu'elle a beaucoup changé, elle, mais c'est toi qui dois changer maintenant. C'est toi qui dois faire le travail, who needs to work on themselves. Elle a beaucoup appris, je vois. Elle a beaucoup appris. Je vois une leçon spirituelle qu'elle a appris avec toi. Et maintenant, c'est à toi de faire le prochain step. Je sais pas. Ça fait des années que j'ai parlé le français, alors. Okay. Okay? Okay. We'll stop there. All right. Let's see. Bonne chance. All right. Lara, let's see. Welcome, welcome, welcome to anyone who's here. I am accepting one question. Anyone who donates will be prioritized in this list, so I will read those first. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Lara. I don't know how to pronounce the name, so I'm just going to say him, okay? But I'll meditate on it. Yeah, I figured it's not a English name. Okay. I might have to take another or intermission so I can eat because I'm hungry. I had an apple earlier, but ooh, I feel like this person has not been honest with you. I feel like they're actually like playing games with you. This person is not someone who I would trust because I feel like their intentions are not pure. I feel like they weren't honest about something. It's like they seemed like they were helping. They seemed like they were nice, but it's like they have an ulterior motive. And so I feel like this is just not a good sign from the universe at all. Let me see what else I have to see here. Um, it's almost like this person comes into your life through I don't see them like caring for you in a deep way. I feel like they are just wondering if you're happy. I see them wondering if you're happy without them. There's this feeling of like they're thinking about you, but it's not necessarily in a romantic way. It's more like in a curious way, like asking questions. So, no, I don't see this being someone you would want to keep in your life. I feel like there are things they're definitely not telling you. I feel like they're not who they say they are. There's a imposter syndrome going on here. It's interesting because it doesn't mean that they don't have love to give, but it feels like they came in with like bad intentions for some reason. I do see them learning from you. I feel like they've learned a lot through you. Yeah. This feels like yeah, it doesn't feel very healthy. I feel like there's a lot of wanting to create rules, wanting to create unnecessary loopholes. Interesting. It's like they're creating unnecessary obstacles for you. So, yeah, I'm not really seeing them coming back to you. And if they do even try to contact you, I would be very wary of their intentions. It feels complicated because it feels like he has love to give, but it's not for you. It feels very complicated. It's like I think if it had started out differently, it might be different, you know? If it had started out differently, it might have turned out differently, but it feels like it started out from false intentions. It feels like he was posing as someone or he pretended to be something that he's not in order to get something from you. So it's interesting. It feels like there are a lot of different rules that he's putting on himself and he's putting on like the relationship or whatever it is, this weird situation you're in. But I feel like he has a lot to work on. And this person is kind of like it doesn't have the stuff to back up what he's actually saying. It's interesting. It feels like he's telling you stories to make him seem bigger, or he told you stories to make him seem more than he is. Yeah, it feels very weird and fake to me. It's just the energy I'm getting. Like, it's someone who comes across as like it's a facade. Everything he's showing you, it feels like he's coming across as a certain way, but he actually doesn't have that. It reminds me of the Wizard of Oz. You know, when they see the wizard and there's like this big illusion going on, and then you realize that behind it there's just this man who's operating it. That's the energy I'm getting, is this like person who's like making all these false, he's projecting an image that is false, you know? So that's, yeah, that's what I'm getting here. Thank you, Laura. Okay, I am going to get a quick bite to eat because I will not last, guys, if I don't. I'm going to be back in like 2 minutes, okay? I just have to eat something or I'm going to, like, I need to eat. It's been like hours, so. All right, I'll be right back though. Okay, y'all. I'm back. Thank you for your patience. Okay. Um, just so you know, guys, if you do decide to donate via PayPal, make sure that you tell me because I don't it's easier that way I can make sure, yeah, that I don't like overlook you. Okay. Hi, Rachel. Um, do you see what do you see coming towards me in love before 2024 ends? Okay. I love how concrete that question is. Let's see. Okay. I feel like you have a secret admirer. Somebody has feelings for you, but they're not stepping out of the shadows. I see them being in the shadows watching. I feel like they really, really are into you, but there's a lot of fear about how you might respond, how you might react. I am actually getting that this person is someone you've known for a while. Interesting. But I feel like you've kind of been in different leagues. No, I don't see it being your ex-husband. No, no, no. But I do see someone in the shadows watching you. So I see it being in a like they have feelings for you, but they don't want to express them. That's what I'm seeing. I feel like someone is holding back their feelings. I feel like they have been maybe taking actions that speak louder than their words. It's almost like this person needs to just say it. Interesting. Let's see what these have to say. Well, this is somebody that has been watching you. I mean, there's a reason they're your secret admirer. So the question is, will they actually, you know, tell you how they feel? Will they come forward before the end of the year? Now, that is a different question. Okay. But I do see someone having feelings for you, being drawn to you, being attracted to you. I actually feel like this person, I'm seeing like a marriage with this person in the future, but it feels like there's unfinished business. So this may actually indicate your ex-husband, but I feel like there's loose ends that need to be tied up. Just when you think you've moved on, I feel like there's something that pulls you back in. These are things that I see happening before the end of the year. Oh yeah. King of Swords reversed. This is like the divorcee card, for ex-husbands. If I had to pick a card in the whole deck for one. I feel like this is just explaining that I'm definitely seeing that situation you're speaking of where your ex-husband, but I feel like there's a different person as well that has feelings. I feel like they don't have the courage to tell you though. Interesting. I'm getting Sagittarius, Aquarius, Capricorn, and yeah, Definitely Sagittarius energy. So this could be their sun, moon, or rising, but that's some signs you should look out for. I also see this person going to, like, they're very well educated. I feel like this person is someone who's very well educated. I could see them being like a teacher, or someone who teaches. I also could see them being an athlete, like teaching sports. Here and teaches. Either way, this person's very active. Interesting. I feel like there's like a combination of the past and the future coming together. I'm only doing one free question per person today. So you're always welcome to book a reading with me on my website, or you can also donate for another additional question. But as far as the future and the past, I mean, what I'm saying is, I mean, I see this like ex, right? This ex partner, and then this like new person that has feelings but hasn't expressed them. I don't see them coming forward and expressing them before the end of the year, but I feel like it will happen early next year. So I see these two things. You have like this past situation that's kind of catching up, and then you have this future situation that's kind of catching up. So this is what I'm seeing as far as that energy goes. Um, but yeah, let's see if I have any more advice on how to proceed for you. I feel like you are actually like just it feels like you're at the whims of other people in your life, people who want your heart. I feel like it's time for you to shake things up, you know? Don't be afraid to do what's right for you no matter what your path, like what person is on your path. I feel like you just need to kind of be more independent about your love life. It feels like your heart is just being pulled in different places, and it feels like you haven't had much of a say over how things go for you romantically. And I feel like now is the time for you to start a revolution, fighting for love, fighting for what you want. Don't let anyone manipulate you or put any mind games. It feels like there's a lot of, like, just because you have a secret admirer doesn't mean you have to put up with anything. It feels like you have kind of been taking it, like, just like, it's like people have constantly been like bulldozing over your heart, and it feels like you need to just like revolt, like, fuck this, like, let's fight back. That's how it feels. So start a riot, you know? Don't do anything just because someone tells you to or expects you to at this point. Like, be your own person. It's like, stop playing by other people's rules. Make your own rules. This is a very empowering moment for you to really decide, okay, am I going to just like wait for people to show up, or am I going to just have a great life and like run wild with the wolves? Love that. Okay. Thank you. All right. All right. So, what's next? I'm not going to do too many more. Um, but let's see. Hi, Evangelista. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Phantom. Gabby, Mina. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Kimber. All right. So, Gabby, let's see. What are the next actions of Odellis towards me? Okay. I feel like I'm already seeing this person kind of losing. Let me see. I feel like this person is not coming forward. I don't see them expressing themselves to you. I actually feel like you're going to be let down by this person, especially when it comes to feelings. I feel like this person likes to hide behind things or material things, whether that's like their hobbies or their activities or their money. There's something about them where they don't really like to express themselves fully. And I feel like with you, it's going to feel like a letdown. It's going to feel like you've lost, you know? Um, and this is, obviously that's not what you want to hear, but this is just the energy I'm getting. And I feel like this person doesn't see your worth. I feel like even if you're friends with them right now, it feels like there's something missing. I see them like failing you in love, is what I'm seeing. I feel like they don't really have those deep feelings, or it's very surface level, is what I'm seeing. So, yeah. I feel like things would be very slow too for some reason. It feels like things would be very slow and grueling if you were to really explore things. It would feel like not moving forward, not flowing. I feel like your feelings are, I don't feel like you're actually feeling it for this person. I feel like you're feeling it because things have been really hard for you when it comes to love. I feel like things are kind of rocky. And I think it's really nice to have this idea of latching on. But right now, whatever crush you're having, it's kind of like an illusion, is what it looks like. It feels like these are things that you can find with someone else, and it's going to be much stronger for you. You need to really know your worth here. Don't let yourself be swayed, you know? Exactly. Like, just know who you are deep down. This is someone who isn't going to make these sacrifices for you that you need. I feel like you really want someone who's going to value you completely and see your worth. And even if this person is a so called friend, they're not the kind of person that's going to fully go deeper with you. And I think you really need that depth in a person. So that's the energy I'm getting here. I know that it's like there's this longing that you have, but you need to remember that you're very focused on the past right now. I feel like you are very nostalgic. Like, I see you having things or collecting things from the past, like memories. And I feel like right now is where you need to be. You need to stop focusing on what could have been or where you're at. It feels like the now is the most important part. So come back down to earth and try to, center yourself here, because there's so much more for you out there. Don't waste your time on this. This person can stay a friend. Okay. I'm only going to do a couple more. All right. Thank you, Gabby. Um, okay. Let's do Allie. What are memo feelings at this moment? Okay. Ooh, Libra and Aries, opposites. Fun, fun, fun. Interesting. I'm getting some kind of desire to apologize. I feel like apologies are in order. This person wants an explanation. They want to explain themselves. Interesting. Let's see. They have tried so hard to distract themselves, to not think about you, but it feels like they need answers. It almost feels like they need answers. I'm getting that this is something that will happen if it hasn't happened yet, because it feels like there's a lot of mixed connections. I feel like this person, yeah, I'm seeing that this person there's so much that you don't know about them and their life, and it's almost like you have to. I'm seeing them wanting grace. They will need grace from you. I also feel like there are revelations coming through. It feels like there's a veil that needs to be lifted. You have just this idea of them. You don't fully understand them, and I feel like that's a big part of this. And one of the ways you're going to do that is by being vulnerable, really kind of opening yourself up. And I see them being a mirror to you. I see them being a mirror to you and needing to reflect you back. So it's almost like you can see yourself in them and they can see themselves in you. But this is the energy I'm getting, is there's going to be this need to explain, to apologize, to work things out. It's almost like I feel like this energy also comes up when someone has said something that they wish they could take back or they regret. And I feel like this is something you need to be aware of. But I do feel like vulnerability is going to be raw for this person. It's almost like they're matching your energy. Interesting. There's a very spiritual bond here. I feel like I'm seeing them talking themselves out of things very easily. Interesting. I think you also need to know that you are a queen in this situation. I feel like you are the person that you don't need to change at all for this person. And I feel like there will be moments where you're going to want to sway and change, but you don't need to go the extra mile for this person. This person needs to meet you where you're at. So just own it. You've already done what you need to do in the situation. I feel like you've already done it, and now it's kind of on them. So it's like you have to be able to open yourself up and be that mirror. So that's the energy I'm getting. Well, thank you. If you would like to dive deeper, you're always welcome to book a reading with me. My website, zoethepsychic.com. Hi, Philip. And yeah. Remember, if you donate, your question will be prioritized. So you've been waiting for a while. That's something to consider. All right. Hello, sweet tooth girl. Hibiscus. Welcome back. Welcome back. How is Rachel feeling towards me romantically? Okay. Ooh. Let me look. Why do I see them being burnt out? It feels like this person has a lot of not standards, but they're kind of like a perfectionist. I feel like they actually really care about you. I'm seeing a lot of love coming towards you. This person is very into you, but I also feel like they're tired for some reason. I'm yeah. Well, maybe it could be drunk, but I do feel like there's a feeling of like lethargy or burnout about this. I don't know how much of a roller coaster ride their heart has been on with you, but it feels like it's intense. You know, I see them loving you. I see them, you know, it just feels very like their feelings are very vibrant, very strong. I feel like they're really into you, really into you. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I do feel like there's something that just ended for her. Like it feels like maybe she got out of a bad situation. Interesting. Okay. Thank you, Kimberly. I will get to you after I read Hibiscus. Let me write your name down. Okay. The heart. I love this. I feel like this is actually giving me so much hope because there is so much love and I do feel like this person has a lot of energy she's holding on to that is doesn't belong to you or her. You know, like you said about the cord cutting, it feels like something is ending. You know, it feels like in her life, she's kind of at this place where she's been there, done that. She's looking for something new and something bigger than herself. And I feel like you have her heart. You have this. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, sorry. I just saw something disgusting on my email. Um, all right. Yeah. I feel that and I feel like she loves you too. I mean, there's a definitely love here. There's no doubt. I just feel like her energy is just like a little messy because I feel like she has a past. I feel like I'm getting this like I've been there, done that energy. It's interesting. She has been on quite the journey with her heart, and I think she also has very high standards for herself. She's very hard on herself. But she does care deeply, and I see you being kind of like a respite, like a safe haven in a way. I feel like she's been kind of searching for someone like you for a long time. And I see one of her fantasies being crushed It feels like a reality check is in store. Like, it's almost like when people lose hope because they have been through so much in love, and I feel like, yeah, but I feel like she's going to be very, okay. I do feel like there's a lot of energy that's being drained towards other things. And it just comes down to like perfectionism and burnout. And it feels very like her own life has a lot of like loose ends that are just not fully there. And it's kind of like, how long am I going to go on with this? But then she has so much love for you. I'm seeing a really deep connection. I think my lipstick is still working. Yeah, that's what I feel. I feel like she's so drained energetically that it just feels like no matter what, like she's lashing out, but it doesn't change her feelings for you, you know? And remember, like, you can't change her. You can't make her do anything. Like, she has to be able to, like, cleanse those feelings and move forward. Yeah. I can see you needing to be very patient, but I do think that it's there, that what you have emotionally and spiritually is really intense. So, yeah, you might have to be very patient. I feel like she's had some like like I'm seeing like someone in her past, a man taking advantage of her, um and really like being very possessive. It's interesting. And this person, it made it so that she doesn't really trust her own intuition. Yeah. There I do see this man, and I feel like this person has really left kind of not a mark, but it feels like there's a lot of healing that still hasn't been done yet from this. I feel like it kind of crushed her view on love. So, yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah, I think that, let me kind of close this up with, see if I can see anything else on how you can proceed, because clearly, so you have earned all of your stripes. Like, you already have everything that you need in this situation. And I feel like you don't have to change it all for her. You have, it's almost like it's up to her now to meet you there. I feel like you have done more than enough for her too. You know, patience is good, but also like remember that you are at a different place than her. Yeah. I feel like there's just like such a strong love and connection, and you can grow together. And I just feel like she has to be able to shed all of this away, like surrender and really acknowledge how far you've both come. So, okay. One second, guys. Just had to turn off an alarm. Thank you. I hope that everything goes well and good luck. Okay. So I'm only going to do about 3 more, I would say, because I'm getting tired. So, okay, Amira. I see you, Amira. I know you've been here for a while. Okay. Hi, okay. I don't know what your question was. Exactly. Um, oh, did I get to Kimber? Did I read you, Kimberly? Oh my God, my brain. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Thank you for being here. I apologize. I've been here way too long, so I'm gonna just do yours now. Okay. What is your question? Is there anything in particular you would like to know? Does he like me? Okay. Thank you for being patient. I apologize for that. I completely just, oh, so much energy going on right now. Okay. Interesting. I'm seeing a lot of other people in this person's corner trying to have a say on their love life for some reason. I feel like this person doesn't feel like they're in control of their own heart or their own relationships. I feel like there are people that are kind of like the ones who are telling them how to feel for some reason. I feel like for some reason they're giving up a lot of control for these people. Let's see. Because it seems like he does care about you, but it feels like the timing isn't right and it feels like there's always something in the way for some reason. I still wait for a sign from you. It feels like he's almost waiting for you to make a change or step it up. I'm seeing that this is something that has the potential to be really exciting, but I also feel like it's like I'm seeing lots of people saying, don't date this person or don't be with this person. It feels like for some reason they're letting a lot of other people's energies take over their own love life, or he is. I see a romance, but I feel like it's a very young, like very like like when you have your first love, it feels kind of messy. It doesn't feel very stable. It doesn't feel like long term. It feels like more like short term, like very unstable, very kind of wild. And it would take a lot for you to be with each other. I feel I feel like there's a lot of new energy coming up, new things, new chapters, new people just coming through your lives. And it just feels like the timing is off, or there's always like something. It feels like excuses are coming up. Does this make sense, Kimberly? I want to make sure I am getting through to you because there's so much energy going on. I just feel like with the king reversed here, the king has all his advisors, right? He has all these people that try to give him advice, but he has to remember to take his own advice. You know, there's all these external influences coming through, and it just feels like things keep getting in the way. Little opportunities, temptations keep coming through. And with the Fool and the Page of Cups, it does feel like almost like this childish energy, this like playful energy where you're kind of like feeling things through, but it's not necessarily very serious, you know? I don't feel like this person at this time takes you seriously, but they see you as someone who just kind of like a missed connection. I feel like, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's more like a crush. It's not like a stable, serious thing. And it just feels like there's this, the universe is not aligning, you know? It feels like things are not, the timing is never right. It feels like, but I also feel like they're not going to act on anything. I feel like you have to approach this person if you want to. You can see where it goes. I'm seeing very like new and exciting energy, but it's more playful. It's more like messy. It's not a long-term commitment. It just feels like that's where you're at right now, you know? I see this person feeling like things are just, it's almost like when someone has their schedule so full and then you realize you just have to hold up a sign and be like, "Hey, I'm right here." You know? I feel like the way things are going right now, this person is not hearing you. So I would stay with your boyfriend, but I didn't ask the cards about that situation. I feel like as far as this person, how does he feel about me? There's if this is a new thing, it just feels like you'd have to really make an effort to be seen, you know, to be seen by them. I can't tell you whether to stay or leave, you know, your relationship. That's or your boyfriend. That's up to you. But based on the cards, you can either take a risk. It feels like this is a big risk, is what I'm saying. You know, it feels like this is a really intense risk that's just, it feels like there's a lot of things that are going to try to get in the way of it happening, you know? So now it's time for you to really decide if that's what, if it's worth it. Is it worth it, you know? Let me ask. I definitely feel like you're underestimating yourself in the situation. I think you have a lot more control, and I don't think you need to settle for anybody right now. I actually feel like there's a lot of potential love interest coming through from your life. And I think that I know you said you have a boyfriend, but I feel like no matter what you choose, your life is going to be set as far as love goes. I feel like you have multiple soulmates. So I see this happening for you. I see this coming through. But yeah, if you want to dive deeper into this, you're welcome to book a reading, or you can ask an additional question for $10. So that's my thing today. But thank you for sharing, and I'm wishing you the best, Kimberly. Okay, guys, I am going now because I am tired and I had such a good time though. And I understand that you guys are still, you've all been here and I know some of you have waited and I really appreciate you, being here. And if you really want a reading with me, you're always welcome to book one on my website, zoethepsychic.com. I will try to be back soon. I have been very exhausted with all the election stuff going on here in the US. I don't know where you are, but it's very intense. So we are just trying not to stress out about it. Yeah. So I hope you have a good evening. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.